I first would like to ask you that if you really have to leave at some point in the conferences, you should do it from in the back. And so my name is Ricardo Pradesendic. I am part of the debate club. Welcome to Red Talks. So Red Talks is an event created by the idea that there are ideas worth sharing because they are so powerful that they can change people, society, and our community. We believe that in this campus there are people which have great ideas that are worth sharing because they portray their talents, their fears, what they are, and overall their good intentions. So let me introduce you to our first presenter and also our youngest with the presentation The Roads We Traveled, Ximena.
Before you cross the street and getting hit by an airplane. College is crying while you shower so you can save time. College is definitely a party, but you are the piñata. And even so, we are still here. And we're still here because we have some place to go. We have things we want to do. For example, we all want to be billion-dollar company owners, or we want to be giant structures, or we want to be successful doctors or researchers. But in order to do so, we have to pass calculus 1, and chemistry 2, and oral communication, and composition 1 and 2, and all of those classes that have kept us up so many times, and have made us drink so many cups of coffee that by the end of the midterms, we're more coffee and stress than actual human beings. But even so, college is just the path. And we encounter paths in our lives so many times, right? I give math tutoring sometimes, and people, whenever they see a problem, they start to panic and they start to try to cancel stuff and then take the square root and they divide by 2 when they don't even know what the problem is about in the first place. So what I usually tell them, or try to explain, is stop, breathe, and analyze what the answer has to be, what the goal is, right? And then start planning your path step by step. We are now in college. We're now in college, and college is a path. But imagine that we are walking through this path of college in a car. As I mentioned, our gasoline is our dreams, our goals, our future, our expectation. That's what keeps us going, right? Our wheels, though, look something like this. This is called the wheel of life. Sometimes it has 10 little circles, sometimes it has 8. But the thing is that these are integral parts of ourselves, right? Parts without them, we couldn't be who we are. The problem with our wheels is that we generally focus on, for example, I don't know, this part of the wheel, or that part of the wheel, or just 2 aspects of the wheel, leaving the rest of them unattended. In chemistry, there is a principle that states that whenever a system experiences a disturbance, it will respond to restore a new equilibrium state. So for example, if more reactants are added to the system, the reaction will generate more products to offset the change and restore the equilibrium. If we apply this to our wheel, for example, we focus on our career and our family and our friends, we start pulling towards one side of the wheel, right? And we start taking away from the other parts of the wheel, right? We start deforming it. And as a wheel, it cannot roll as smoothly as it should. Yeah, that's the thing. So, whenever we deform our wheels, we make it harder for our car to keep driving in the right direction of our goals. We can even reach the point in which the wheel is so deformed, it cannot take us anywhere. These points are called critical points. And we experience critical points a lot of times. We don't even notice that they're critical points, right? Just think about it. Maybe sometime you feel like nothing is ever going in your way. Your grades are going downhill, you had a fight with your parents, you can't just find a girlfriend, or your friends are being, those times that you really just don't want to live anymore, but you don't want to die either, so you're just like there, uncomfortably just being. So everyone has these kinds of critical points. I usually have them from Monday to Thursday, more or less. And because we can't really decide whether we have or not have a critical point, right? Well, we can decide, because the only thing that is constant in this universe is change. So even if you're in a critical point, you will have to keep going forward. And what you can decide about keep going forward is whether you keep going forward in a car with a more or less circular shaped wheel, or just crawl, or walk, or run. And you can walk, and you can run, but it will be harder, it will be stressful. Maybe you don't want to do it, right? So, in the same way as a reaction shifts to obtain equilibrium, not only when you add material to one side, but also when you take it away. If we manage to make that circle more or less a circle, whenever you encounter a problem, for example, in one of those categories, the others will try to compensate and will most likely help you to overcome that problem that you have in one of those categories. Now, I am not saying at all that all of those should be that have the same importance for you, right? Because of course you have to prioritize some things in certain times. But what I'm actually trying to tell you is that if every now and then you take time to actually focus on what you need, your path or your road that you're traveling will be much more enjoyable. In life, it will happen. You will have a misbalance at some point. That will knock you down. But if you listen to yourself, you might find that in those times that you were desperate and you were crying or you just felt bad, maybe what you needed was to go out with a friend and have a coffee. Or just talk to your parents. Or just sleep. Or just keep it quiet, like the thought that we're all listening inside our heads, just lower the volume for a little while. And try to make that wheel more or less equilibrated. These things that we're missing out, these things that we prevent ourselves from doing, for example, spirituality of love, or love. Who really gives importance to those these days, in midterms, for example? Those parts of the wheel are the things that we prevent ourselves from doing due to other priorities. But those are the things that shorten the road and make it a lovely journey. Laugh, please. More often than not, that journey is more important than the actual destination. For example, what would you do if right here and right now I gave you your degree? Congratulations! After 3 long semesters, or in other cases 1 semester of exams and stress and projects, you're now a graduated chemist. You're now a graduated engineer. But that paper that you would have in your head at that point would only be useful for doing origami with it. Why? Because the actual value of that paper is the value that you're giving it while you're walking through this road or driving through this road. You know what I mean? I remember that when I was little, I would try my mom's high heels. And I would just, they definitely didn't fit, right? strong, independent woman that, and I would try them from time to time, right? And I would try them, and I would try them, until one day they actually fit. I still didn't even know how to walk with high heel shoes. But at least they fit. I think it's the same thing with college, right? It's about trying to become and growing into the version of you that you want to become. I think in the end, life is just about enjoying the paths and the roads and the bruises and the failures and the critical points that you were able to overcome while you were traveling through that journey. And okay, let's be honest, it's hard to have fun and it's hard to enjoy while you're studying chemistry at 5 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I know, I've been there. It can be done, it can be enjoyable, but it's hard. What I'm trying to tell you, and what I want you to actually understand, is that you are allowed to give your focus and your energy to those parts of yourself that demand you to listen to them. That will balance your wheel, and it will make your life easier, but most importantly, it will make you happier. Imagine you reach your life's destination. You are at the place you want to be, in the place that you work so hard to be. At some point, well, you're enjoying the moment, right? Because you reach it, you made it finally, but at some point, you're gonna turn around. And you're gonna see all the way that you've covered so far. And I really hope that when you do that, you realize that you enjoyed every part of the journey. That you actually can be standing in that little flag and turn around and see all of those little flags that when you started, you didn't know you could accomplish. That's the whole point of journeys. And you have to recognize that what you've achieved so far before you keep towards your next goal. So guys, if I want you to remember something that I said tonight, I want you to remember two things. That you're more than just 1/8 of a circle. That you're the 8/8. You're all circle, right? Sorry, math. And that you only fail if you stop going forward. Thank you very much.